Hey, welcome back to the channel. So it's Friday the 13th today. So what I thought I'd do is tie things in with the date and do a Friday the 13th franchise ranking. So it's going to be all films in the franchise, every movie ranked, and a countdown. This is just my personal ranking. These are my the order that I like them in. So I'll start with the one that I least like, going up to the my favorite. So yeah, just my personal ranking, my personal thoughts and stuff on the franchise. Yeah, really enjoyable franchise. I even enjoyed the bad films I don't like in there. I like all the canon of the franchise pretty much to some degree, but I will admit, like, there's some bad films in there as well, and not so good ones compared to the other movies. But anyway, I'll be working with the Scream Factory box set because that's where I've got all my Friday the 13th films. I haven't got any of them on 4K. I just have the box set now, the Scream Factory one that got released about 3 years ago, with the great artwork. That'll be that one. So anyway, let's put a few Jason figures on show. Could do some more Friday the 13th things. Really good character Jason. Really translates well to to figures and like models and stuff like that. Looks really good. The whole hockey mask look and sack head as well. I've got sack head at the back there. Anyway, let's get on with the countdown for Friday the 13th. And we will start with my least favourite, which is the 9th instalment in the franchise, and it's Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. I did prefer the unrated cut. I thought there's some good bits added in there. There's a couple of kills that are decent, like, I'll give the film that. I don't enjoy this one so much, and I really do enjoy the franchise. I just found this one a bit strange. I like strange, again, I do like strange things and odd things, but I just found this one a really weird Friday the 13th film, and it didn't kind of fit well, I don't think. I'm sure it has its fans. I just didn't enjoy Jason Goes to Hell, the final Friday. It was meant to be the last one, as was the 4th one when it was out, but obviously they carried on with the franchise because it makes mega money. Great sort of nod to Freddy Krueger at the end, like, the whole, like, because they were hyping up possibly doing a Freddy and Jason crossover. At some point, obviously that didn't come into fruition until quite a long time after the release of this film, but yeah, you do see Freddy Krueger's glove come up at the end of the film, but not too keen on Jason Goes to Hell anyway. But that's my least favourite. And another one I'm not too keen on, which is the 8th instalment. So that's Jason Takes Manhattan, Friday the 13th Part 8. Again, I like it a lot more than some horror films. I think it's quite fun. There's a pretty well-known gripe with this film, and I'm sure a lot of fans have the gripe. It's it's titled Jason Takes Manhattan, but he only sort of like appears in Manhattan in the last sort of act of the film. So it's a little bit underwhelming. We wanted to see Jason in the city, throughout the whole film. It's got some pretty good kills and scenes on the boat, I thought, where he's on his way to Manhattan, but not enough Jason in Manhattan for my liking. So not too keen on this one either, but it's a fun one, and like I say, I do prefer, with it being a Friday the 13th film, I do prefer it to a lot of other horror films out there. Next up in the ranking is Freddy vs Jason, so 2003 offering. It's involving both Freddy Krueger from A Nightmare on Elm Street and Jason. It's a franchise crossover. Cool idea. It wasn't executed that well, I didn't think. I don't mind the film at all. I think aesthetically it looks all right. There's some annoying bits. There's some really cool, like, kills and stuff with Jason. Jason looks great. I've actually got the figure of that Jason. There he is from Freddy vs Jason. I think Jason's attire looks fantastic from Freddy vs Jason. Some of it's good. They had a good concept. Didn't, like I say, execution not the best. This film could have been so much better. It's a shame we didn't get a sequel, possibly. That was a lot better, with a better storyline. But it works to some degree how Freddy's, like, manipulating Jason and getting him to do his bidding and things in, like, Jason's Had Enough and etc. There's a really cool scene where, like, someone gets high and Freddy Krueger turns into some weird sort of caterpillar creature. That looked really good. I did enjoy that. But yeah, Freddy vs Jason, not that keen. I like it, but I'm not. One from 2009 next up, and it's the remake of Friday the 13th. Don't mind this at all, actually. Thought it was quite well done. Could have been a lot better, but does hit a few good beats. The kills are pretty good. Some good, like, blood and stuff if you like your kills. Not a bad entry into the franchise. The characters were quite annoying, I suppose. The disposable characters that Jason kills. But yeah, quite a good depiction of Jason. Not a bad introduction in the film, like this sort of a little, they go into Jason's origins slightly. Yeah, I kind of like it. Now on to the next one, and it is kind of a bad film, but I enjoy it, and I've put it a little bit higher in the ranking, and don't know what people think of this who watch it, but Jason X, I think it's fun. Is it the best movie in the franchise? Not at all. Is it quite badly made? Yeah. Is Uber Jason really cool? Yeah. Seeing Jason get enhanced and souped up and being Uber Jason's fantastic, and it's set in space. It's got a different tone to it. It's pretty, you know, it's a poorly made film to some degree. The narrative's pretty weak, but the idea of Jason in space is really fun, and Uber Jason. Yeah, I do like Jason X. I think it's just a fun one. A fun, bad movie in the Friday the 13th franchise. Not bad at, you know, not bad at all. A lot of fun to be had with Jason X. Fantastic kill as well, where someone gets their face frozen and he smashes it, you know, like, and it just, yeah, really good kill that is. Those of you who've watched it will know what I'm talking about. So next up, part 5, A New Beginning. Don't mind this at all. Spoiler alert, the actual killer turns out not to be Jason, so it's someone imitating Jason in A New Beginning. This one came after the 4th instalment, the final chapter. I don't mind it at all. Not one of my favourites, but I think it's a pretty good movie. You know, it's got some solid bits in there, solid kind of okay story. Yeah, I don't mind A New Beginning. Can't say I'm too fussed about it, but, you know, it's good. Good addition in the franchise, I suppose. I have a figure for that somewhere as well. I think it's that one, possibly. Yeah. Next up, Jason Lives. Yeah, like this one. It's pretty good. I do have a couple of, like, slight, gripes with it. I will say, when I watched it, again, a few years back, I do need to rewatch it. I thought the kills were a bit underwhelming. There's a couple of good kills in there, but it's not too graphic, this one. It's got, I'm sure I'm right about this. I haven't watched it for a while, so do bear that in mind. But I'm sure they do a lot of cutaways with the kills. That's a gripe I do have with the film. But narratively, it's pretty good, and Jason's depiction's solid in it. But yeah, just not keen on the whole cutaway kills. Hinders the film a little bit for me. To 1984 now, and it's the final chapter. This was meant to be the last film in the franchise, but obviously they carried it on with it being a big money maker and a big hit. Yeah, I like this one. It's one I've not seen too much. Pretty cool kills. I think they do a few cutaways again in this one, but yeah, the kills are pretty good. It's quite, this edition's nice as well. It was enjoyable. I did enjoy rewatching this one. I'm trying to refresh myself with it a little bit. Yeah, it's where, like, Tommy's introduced and stuff, I think. Yes, he is, yes. Yeah. Yeah, that's him in the mask there. So, yeah, Tommy being introduced as a character. He's been in a fair few of the films. Yeah, good film. I believe this one has special effects from Tom Savini as well, the final chapter, which looked good. As always, but yeah, final chapter there. Okay, so down to the top 4. So I'll slow down a little bit. I did want to get this video made. And it is The New Blood. Yeah, I really like this one. I thought Jason having a cool, kind of cool, like, foe was a good idea. You know, the lady who has the sort of like telekinetic powers and stuff, and it's a bit of a challenge for Jason, and he's not going to kill her so easily. I thought it was a good challenge for Jason, and I do like this one. I like his depiction. I like the location, you know, how it looks, you know, the aesthetic of the film. Yeah, really enjoyed The New Blood. Not seen it that many times. The first 3 of the ones I've seen the most, but yeah, I do enjoy The New Blood. Got the figure for it there as well, as you can see. Yeah, really cool, The New Blood. Some interesting ideas in there, switching up the franchise a little bit with this one. Top 3 now, and number 3 in my ranking, absolute classic. I love it. I think it's a fantastic film. I think the special effects are amazing. It's mainly the lack of Jason, as you know, which will put it at number 3 for me, because we want Jason. It's Friday the 13th franchise. We've had so much Jason in it. This film's amazing, though, in my opinion, and it's the first Friday the 13th from 1980. Fantastic film. Introduces this sort of idea of Jason, although he's not really in the film properly, so spoiler there, but I'm sure most people who are horror fans have seen this one. But fantastic effects, you know, some good acting there, and, you know, even got like Kevin Bacon in an earlier role and things like that. Yeah, the campers start getting knocked off. Who's the killer? Great decapitation scene. Brilliant dream sequence involving the boat in the lake at the end of the film. You know, just a classic scene. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Amazing. And that's Friday the 13th at number 3, the first movie in the film. The top 2 of my countdown now. My second favourite, which is part 2. Yeah, Jason's actually makes his debut in it as a, you know, a solid character. We get Sackhead Jason, no hockey mask in this one. We get that Jason, as you can see there, with the Sackhead. Fantastic kills, and the footage that was edited out there you get with this Scream Factory Blu-ray, you know, in the extras they had a lot of footage of kills and stuff it was in the extras section, but looked really gruesome and stuff, especially where the people are having sex in the bed, and he puts a big what does he put from, like a big spike, and you see the blood sort of drip on the other end of the spike when it's gone through the bed, you know, onto the floor. That looked really good. Some great kills, one involving like a wheelchair with someone who's wheelchair bound. Yeah, great to see Jason in the film as well, as he wasn't really in the first film as such. And yeah, I love Friday the 13th Part 2. I think it's a lot of fun. The characters are pretty good, you know, they're all right, like they're serviceable and that, but the film's good as a whole. I like the location, like where it's set and how it looks and everything in the woods, with the counsellors who are all there, like sort of congregating. Yeah, really cool movie. And number one for me, the one I enjoy probably the most, that could always change in the future though, and that is Part 3, which was originally sort of shot in 3D, as you can see there. But yeah, cool cover there as well. Yeah, Part 3 is fantastic. It's where Jason really gets going and sort of like solidifies his identity, because this is where he first wears the hockey mask, first film, because in the second one he has Sackhead. We get Sackhead Jason. So in this film, he dons the hockey mask for the first time. He picks up the hockey mask and starts wearing it as he goes on a rampage. It's got some cool little side story bits, you know, with the biker gang and stuff, them getting involved and being absolute arseholes, and Jason knocking them off and things. That's cool. Yeah, really enjoy Part 3. It's my favourite one, just because it's like like I say, Jason, he's sort of like solidifies himself as like a horror icon in this one. You know, as soon as he puts that hockey mask on, just how he looks is just brilliant outfit for a killer. Yeah, don't have too much to say about it. The final girl's pretty good in it. I do enjoy her. I think she's good. The hippie characters are cool. Like, I forget his name now, but the guy who like smokes weed and stuff, he's a cool character. Yeah, really enjoy Part 3. It is my favourite, definitely, at them as it stands. I mean, that could always change, but yeah, Part 3. Anyway, that's my ranking of all the Friday the 13th movies. I didn't include the Camp Crystal Lake Memories documentary, although it is kind of like a film. I just wanted to literally do the actual movies in the franchise. But yeah, fantastic stuff there. I like the franchise a lot as a whole. Like I said at the beginning, I even like the bad stuff. But anyway, happy Friday the 13th. Yeah, don't be too unlucky today.